was eating ice cream when the doctor called and said, "We need to open the hospital. Come on, let's get started." I said, "Okay." I went home, packed my suitcase, and early in the morning I headed to the airport. We boarded a small plane like a jumbo jet and arrived at Shiraz airport. We quickly went to the hospital and reached the incubator. These devices are used for long-term sample storage. We need to automate them, read and write their data, and display everything in one place for monitoring. The hospital hasn't opened yet, which is good because it's empty and quiet. This is the clean room where your samples will be stored. Sperm and embryos can be kept for you for 20 years or more. Whenever you want, you can request them and use them for pregnancy. Here are the nitrogen tanks where the samples are stored. They've come here for food. As you can see, the doctor is very active. She set up this entire department. This is the nitrogen tank I mentioned. It opens up and is filled with nitrogen. Sperm samples and other materials are stored here. Let me introduce engineer Shiraz, who's in charge of the herd. And this is engineer Fatih, who's been very kind to us. In the end, I managed to figure out how to read and write all the data from this sophisticated German device. The doctor showed me a few other places, and then engineer Nozari's friend came to pick him up. We went to this amazing restaurant, I can't remember the name, but it was really charming. It had a great atmosphere and a nostalgic feel to it. We sat down for dinner and we also booked a place to stay. I think it was called Boomgardia. It was really cool, with a beautiful view outside. When we woke up in the morning, it felt like waking up in paradise. It was so nostalgic and I didn't want to leave. The only downside was that Shiraz was very hot. We had breakfast and I ordered some local dish, but I wasn't too impressed with it. I'd give the whole experience a 60 out of 100 and then we headed back home.